You know, it's not dumb, chat. Anybody got any guesses? It's the latest announcement from Psyonix at Rocket League Esports. Maybe this video even. For those that don't know, we got a little bit of an update when it came to the Rocket League Esports Shop. New decals are out, everybody. If you guys haven't seen the news, Psyonix put out an article. Shout out to Scout, who put out a new trailer. Let's take a peek at this one. It's pretty sick. Let's hold on. You guys, if you haven't seen this, it's pretty dope. So, for those that haven't seen the news, the Esports Shop, there's been a lot of conversations about when the heck it's going to release. Mostly thank you to Moist Critical, because he has been leaking it for weeks now. It also got announced, there was rumors about it a few months ago about when the next iteration of Esports Decals were going to come. And the conversation was early October. So many people thought it was going to be in line with the RLCS, and that actually happened. So officially, we do have new Esports Decals coming through, and for a bunch of new teams as well, which is really, really cool. So these are all going to be dropping today when you guys watch this video at 7 p.m. Eastern time. When this video drops, 7 p.m. Eastern on that same day is when these are going to come out, which I think has got a lot of people really excited. And rightfully so, because it seems like they gave the team some creative freedom. The complications in the past is that everything was super templated. Everybody felt like, hey, you can do these two things. You can make them your different color palettes, put a logo on it, and that's what you get. And while some of those things are still the same, overall color schemes and uniqueness and a cool way to stand out is definitely happening. Even more so because there's a thing I have to tell you at the end of the video that I don't know anyone else knows about. And I don't know if it's official or not, but I've been hearing a little birdie telling me something. So make sure you guys tune in to the end of the video. Either way, Rocket League Championship Series underway, new decals, all that kind of stuff. 26 teams. They will be available for all three major vehicles used in the RLCS, the Octane, the Dominus, and the Fennec, for 300 esports tokens apiece, roughly $3. Don't forget, esports tokens do not go towards your favorite creators, so you can't put LAWL in the top right. I don't get a kickback on that with my creator code. Doesn't matter. Support your favorite teams. That way they're enticed to keep doing this stuff. These come out, like I said, on the 11th. And they will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. They do state that there will be another shop update later this season. What is going to be included in that shop, one may not know, but I do know something that is likely to happen in the future that I'm excited to tell you all about. So they've got a bunch of them on display, and it also has a list of all those names. But the difficulty is, right, it doesn't have them in here. It doesn't show them. I can't click. I can't go through a scrolly boy. So what happened is someone was nice enough on Twitter by the name of Skyline to tag me in every single announcement video that was put out for every single team. So we're going to go through them together because each team decided that it'd be a good idea to promote them. So up first, we got Vitality, and we're going to react to these together and see how we feel. So far, good music. Old decal, poopy decal goes in shop. What do we got? Little bit of is that like a cheetah print? Okay. Chat, what do we think? I like the colors. So I look at this, right? I like the way that they cut this. The fact that they split it in half, and that it's unique, it's different. I like the fact that the color change and the split between them is done with a different pattern. The pattern itself, I'm kind of on, but I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I think the Fennec looks pretty decent, and so does the Octane. I'm just not a fan of Dominus, so that doesn't help. But I don't think it's that bad. The wheels suit it really well. I don't know if that's visual effects that makes it that way, but not terrible. Up next, we got Guild. Hopefully this isn't it. Is this just the same thing as before, pretty much? Please tell me it's different than this. That's it? This is it? Oh no. You can't be like, hey, look at this unique attempt that we have from Vitality, and then be like, Guild Esports Rocket League decal. Hold on. Let me find the old one. It's not that much different. Like you basically took these two, inverted it, and then added a more of a pattern. Guild doesn't really hit the mark for me, personally. What do we got next? Dignitas. Ooh, some more colors. Okay. That seems to be the case with a lot of teams. A lot of gradients. I'm not sure how I feel about the pattern or how it associates to Dignitas. These remind me a lot of Vitality, but at least they did something to like mix up this area. Before, like decals of the past were like, you've got your logo in the middle, there's like an accent color, that's it. So at least there's some different ones. And we're definitely going to have to do some more like in depth when these come out. We'll go through the shop probably if you guys want. Let me know in the comments down below. But I feel like everybody kind of had the same idea. They're like, wow, nobody liked the fact that we did 2 or 3 colors. So let's do a rainbow. And G2 is no different. Like literally in the video, we have it paused. This is G2's. They asked what color people want and they said all of them. I don't know. Like, again, it's still got to be on brand, right? Like Dignitas, your colors are yellow, black. So yellow, black, white, do something with it. They have a little bit of off stuff. I don't know. Again, I do know that players have a lot of impact on these because they want to make sure that their players are actually going to wear them in game. And if you guys haven't seen my heavy light car video that we did with like Appjack, Calm, Beast Mode, and Rise, go check it out. But players feel like heavy or light depending on what car they play in based on the way it looks and all that kind of stuff. I'm glad to see some difference. I do like the look of it, but I would like this more if Dignitas's logo wasn't on it, is the issue I have. Like the Dignitas logo feels out of place. Like you went with a monochromatic, super neutral color so you could do all the other colors, so at least design-wise it makes sense, but it just doesn't feel right. Up next, EG. What do they got? I haven't seen the video. Verge's Garage.
It is ooh la la Lawler.
Verge, what do you got cooking up? Ooh, okay. Okay. It looks like you ran over an alien. Actually, kind of cool. Black is the primary. You accent with multiple colors. You do a little bit of pixel art, a little bit of splashies. Reminds me of, what was it, Asteroids when we were kids? Kind of cool. Kind of cool. And they're, I don't know if this is their home or away. I assume this is their away. It's not white. Like, they don't use a neutral color. Like, it pops. Those colors stand out. And I don't know if people are going to say it's fast or slow. I don't know if they're going to say it's heavy or light. I don't know. I don't get affected as much by the placebo, but that's pretty cool. It's different. It's different. I like it. I actually dig that. I think visually it looks cool. Endpoint. Ooh, I know a lot of people are going to like this one. Do we have a close-up on any of these? Okay, so this is one. I feel like it's like a low-budget version 1 decal. Personally, bias. I get it. It's fine, chat. It feels like a low-budget V1 decal. Still think it looks cool. Colors are a win. Creativity-wise, it feels like a non-animated decal already in the game. Like, isn't there an animated black market, the hexagon or whatever it is? Yeah, hexed. Yeah, hexed. It kind of reminds me of hex, but not animated. In their defense, like someone pointed out in chat, their logo is that same shape. So basically, it's like a bunch of tiny logos colored in. And then for the blue one, it's just same thing, but they use blue and black. I'm curious on what it looks like in game. What about Ghost? What do we got? So Ghost before was one of the favorites. When Ghost originally came out, monochromatic dominated for a lot of people. Blacks, whites, grays were super popular. TSM is also really popular decal for that. They basically take that same concept, they add a little bit, and I like that the fact that the decal isn't just like stripes of color. Like they add, again, I need textures. I need something different within the decal. So to have a big, bold, like neutral color, like white, you got to be able to find a way to mix it up. And like having some splashes of it. Again, we're not getting a close enough look at it, but so this is kind of what they're working with. It reminds me of like some like ice, like why do I think of Arthas from like World of Warcraft, you know? Like, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of some like ice, like freezing kind of stuff. Kind of cool. We'll see how it goes. Team Liquid, what do we got? Same but different. They took this and they I I don't know. I don't mind it, but it doesn't stand out for me. I think this one could be a lot better. I expect more from Liquid on that. What about Oxygen? What do you got? We're playing Xbox. This render is not helping them. This kind of made me think it's something that FaZe should have done. Imagine if FaZe did the camo like this, and then they added in their reds and blacks. If they would have done the camo, right, and then FaZe does the reds and blacks, I can see FaZe doing something like this. But this render doesn't do them any. Someone at Oxygen's like, these are the default camera changes, and this is in Blender or whatever the heck they're using. And we're doing the previews and putting them together and adding some music. I can't get a good tell if the decal is sick or not, because I think the person who made this video is, I don't know. It doesn't feel good. Also, we're not on console anymore. Can I get something bigger than 60 FOV? Thank you. I do like this though. The like map up top. I assume that's a map of the city of like where their HQ is or something like that. It's kind of cool. The colors are like BDS though. It's the only downfall. 773. I don't know. Was that when Oxygen was established? Yeah, I don't know what 773 is. Map of where they're located in NA while having an EU team. Yep. That's how it goes. Luminosity. What do we got? I didn't know they were with Gamers Outreach, so that's cool. That's a clean decal. It's simple, but again, you guys have heard me. I'm pretty happy with like minimalistic stuff. I think it's a clean decal. Like, they at least provide enough spacing to make things stand out, while Liquid just feels like throw a bunch of weird shapes and stuff eventually. I think that one will probably be played with a lot. I feel like it lacks compared to some of the other ones, but I feel like a lot of people are going to play with this decal. I highly disagree with that, Welsh. I think that way better than Liquid. Liquid's was too busy for what it was. Like, design-wise, I think it's better. Like, it's clean. Like, I think that's clean, like, color-wise. And, like, shape. Like, again, there's enough like contrast and color to like make things stand out and have enough pop to it, while Liquids was just like, let's just throw a bunch of color on top of it. Yeah, I think this will get played with a lot. I think people will like this. You've got gradients within the colors and stuff. Yeah, gradient from here to here with it meeting in the middle. You've got enough space so things pop and stand out. It's not too busy. You even add a little bit of accent on the tail end so it doesn't feel like too. I think it's a good design. Overall, it's a good design. I think visually somebody who designed it did a good job. Also, super biased towards Gamers Outreach. Fantastic, fantastic company. All right, V1 decal. Let's see what you guys think. Longest video. Home decal, sick. Oxygen, take notes. Notice how they have it not just rendered, but it's in gameplay footage. And when they do that, they purposely put the camera so you can see the decal. Pretty cool. Good idea. I think I like the old Away better, but the new Home I really like. I think the Home decal, that one is sick. Purple and black together are chef's kiss. They are. interested to see on how this looks in game with that fade. But I do like this part, the like glitch stuff they did. But I think the away decal, which is this one, looks better on the old one. Just gut reaction. But the home decal looks sick. Home decal looks sick. I like from that image, it definitely makes it better because it's more bold and stands out. But I'm curious on what this will look like. On the Fennec, it looks pretty dope. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, this decal's sick. That decal's super cool. They should do a third version of your stretch faced across. Oh god, ain't nobody want that. What we got for Team Secret? Ooh, that's a pretty cool decal. From Oxygen's Twitter, Y7731773. Oxygen was first isolated as an element by scientists in 1773, the same year as the Boston Tea Party. The year ties Oxygen, our elemental namesake, to our city of origin, Boston. Pretty cool. I like that. A lot of people use texture stuff, and they use a pattern in a way that I actually really enjoy. I think, obviously, color scheme, going yellows, blues, and greens together makes a lot of sense. Looks good. I think it looks pretty good. They all remind me of Pele, though. If you guys have seen the Pele decals and stuff in game, also shout outs to Skyline. You guys can't see it, but the Skyline on Twitter was the guy who tagged me and everything, who made this really easy on me. Reminds me of the colors for Brazil, which, again, origin-wise, makes sense. It literally says in the post, we didn't just come to play, or we didn't come just to play, we came to win. And then it has the Brazilian flag. So, makes sense. They go with the Brazilian colors. I like this one more. I'm a bigger fan of green, but a lot of yellow in this. Side profile is going to make me see if I like this one more or not. But it's cool. I think it's cool. What we got from Pioneers? Pioneers are very, very popular. Them and the Knights have a lot of people using their decals. Camo-y. Feels kind of lazy. Minecraft. These look better, but it still feels kind of iffy. This is like an average decal. I don't think it's anything special personally. I don't think it's bad necessarily, but I'm not feeling it personally. I don't mind it, but this is kind of like my base level. This is where I start. Again, you gotta bring your 8 game. Yeah, I think this looks better. I think this looks better than the other one. That black is way better always, unless you have to clean it. I had to clean my car today. It sucked. Falcons decal. Falcons have decals now. That's awesome. Minimal, good design from what I've seen so far. Ooh, I do like that away color scheme. I like the alternate jerseys more, but I don't think it's a big standout for me. I'd be lying to say that it like impresses me. The colors work well. Colors are good. Decal, it's all right. Colors are okay, but the decals themselves, I'd probably put it like a C or a B. G2, again, they didn't really show anything other than the boys creeping in the background. So we have it in the post. It's here. This is what it looks like. You want about a way to stand out, that's the way to do it. We'll have to take a closer look at the decal, but as of right now, they said yes to color. I think it's kind of cool. I like the shininess, like the glossiness to it. It's gonna pop, that's for sure. It feels like they recognized the slushy decal, chat. You know, the 7-Eleven decal with the Slurpee slushy thingy or whatever the heck it was. I feel like they saw that and I go, ooh, I know what we can do. And then they did this. To me, this doesn't scream G2. That's the only issue I have. Like, to me, if you got rid of the G2 branding on it, this would be way cooler, right? Anybody else agree with that? Like, if you get rid of where it says G2 on the side and G2 on the top, I'd like it a lot more. To me, it's like not on brand. I don't know. I feel like them putting their logos and stuff is an afterthought, and maybe that's actually part of the plan. Maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe they're like, if we make a decal that people just really, really like, and we make our naming conventions and stuff as minimal as possible, maybe that means more people will get it, and that means more money. I'm curious to... I would love to see the stats of, like, what teams sell more decals. I would love to know, but we never will. So, up next, K-Corp. What do we got? Blank canvas. So far, so good. Haven't messed it up. I like this video. Tires. Michelin Man. This video is cool. I'll give him that. Definitely blue wall for sure. We go from like no branding to like, yeah, these are on brand. These are very much so on brand. I think they're clean. I don't get a good enough look at it. I think it's I think this is like a high C, low B probably for me. Again, until I see these in game, it's going to be a little bit tougher. But I think an important thing for decals, if you are going to go minimalistic, it needs to be bold in a sense that you have to leave enough space and there needs to be enough so where you can make it stand out. So like you look at the white decals and stuff, there's obviously the stripes and the like stuff coming in. I hope that these have some like texture to them. So it's not just matte white and that's it. You know, the light blue, dark blue, I think is very K-Corp. And yeah, I think I'm with Fruit. I think Ghost just did it better. I think that's a good way to put it. Because when you compare it to the Ghost decal, Ghost, yeah, I think Ghost just did it better. That's a good way to compare them. Next, Energy. Energy has done some pretty generic stuff, I would say, in the past. Gabe, go away. Okay, what do we got? I like these a lot better. You don't get to really see those, but those look cool. These actually look pretty sick. I really like this visually. Doesn't give you a whole lot to work with, but it looks like it's going to stand out. Those might actually be really those might be pretty popular. Those could definitely be like BA tier. Probably more A tier than B tier. They don't give you much, but it seems like they do heavy color in the back and then they invert it in the, or heavy color in the front and then invert it in the back, which I think is like just a good way to do it. Okay, chat. Here's that Ghost one we were talking about. Interesting. It stands out. I'll say that. And then here's the other ones. So here's V1s. I really like these. I think these are sick. Like you can use two-tone color and make it pop as long as you know how to balance darks and lights. Most people would just put a white V1 there, but by doing it the way that he did, it stands out. I like these a lot. I like the accent with the like, what did we call it? Mother of pearl type of look and aesthetic. These look a lot better here, but I really don't like that fade personally. I think these fades are kind of lazy. I don't like this part. Personally, I don't. Imagine you took this and put it here. Like if you took a little bit of these and put it in here, but this looks great. I like this a lot. Let's take a look at Energy. So this oh god, those are gonna be so popular. That's a damn good decal. That's a sick decal. I really like that. Yeah, if they could give back my colors, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. Energy. Those are my colors. Thank you. And then let's see their other. Yeah, those are just good decals. Chat. Energy's about to make a lot more money. That's all I'm gonna say. Thanks for tagging me in those. Those are cool. Those are really cool. All right. Face Clan, what do we got? Thoughts, chat? It's neural network. I like the blue one better because at least they use like some color to it and like I don't know. FaZe has always been kind of a miss for me with their decals. This feels pretty bland and like design wise it makes sense, right? With the neural network and the way they do the colors and stuff. Like design wise it makes sense, but it just doesn't pop for me in any way. It doesn't invoke like a heck yeah, this is dope. This one at least has like a little bit of accenting to it, so things like stand out, but it just feels boring. Yeah. It's not necessarily like bad, but it just doesn't do anything that I'm like, fuck, yeah, it's cool. You know? The way to look at it too is like if players use it because it's fast or it feels fast or it doesn't feel heavy, that's all that matters, honestly. That's how a lot of these do get designed. So I'll take it with a grain of salt. And up next, Space Station. What do we got? Last one, Space Station. Bye-bye, car. Ooh, those are cool. Their away decal is pretty dope. Oh man, those are nice. They did a good job. Kind of reminds me of, who was it that did those? Not Solary. There was another one that was similar. I like that decal. That one doesn't, it's not, I don't know. I like bold, like really like deep color. So the gray initially, when it comes out, I was like, ooh, that's cool, but it looks a little flat to me. If they mixed in some black like that, I think looks pretty sweet. I think that's kind of cool. I don't think that's bad. I think it's okay. Rogue. Yeah. Maybe it was Rogue. I don't mind that. It's not terrible, but this, you need some deep blacks in here. Like this is also something that a lot of tattooists fail at. But in order to make this stuff really stand out, look at how much better some of these things feel when you have a deep black next to it. That contrast just makes it really pop and really stand out. But when you have none of that over there, it's just a sea of gray. Some hard lining in here might be some better things that they could do. But like these don't do much for me. This kind of gets lost in it. There's a lot of busyness, but not in a good way. Like blue is a much deeper color. It's got some pop to it. So when you have the other colors with it, like the whites, they stand out. But when you do gray and white, it's not there. At the end of the day, chat, all these are just my opinion and how I feel about them. And people have different opinions. But new decals means more things for us to spend money on. And that's what's really important, right? At least we got some new stuff to look at. But let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any favorites? Do you guys have any that really stand out? Obviously, I have a couple here and there. You guys have heard my thoughts, but I'm curious on what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm excited to see which ones you end up picking up. I won't be able to tell who's buying what because they won't tell us, but maybe we can have like a general poll down below and I can look through those and see what's doing. If you guys would like me to do a tier list of these as well when they actually drop like in game, let me know in the comments as well, along with your favorites. And maybe we'll do that in the future. But again, more cool stuff coming up. And I said there was one thing I would tell you at the very end of the video, and we're here. So if you've made it this far, probably you like it. You should probably hit the like button. But the one thing that I have heard, the little birdie thing that I've been telling, I hear there might be a world championship decal in the near future that's animated. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, that's going to do it for today's video. Like, subscribe, notifications, and we'll see you in the next one.